What's going on, guys? Welcome back to D&J
Podcast.
Podcast. These Smallville episodes are awesome. I love filming these. There's so much to talk about, and I've been super excited to film the Smallville season 4. Not because it was my favorite season, but there is so much that happens in this season. I watched a recap video, and I just forgot of how much actually happened this season. It was
There's
awesome.
a lot of action.
There was a lot, and we're gonna get into it today, and we're also gonna talk about what we think, just like all the other episodes, of course. So
Yeah, for sure.
should we go? You want to start out?
Yeah, so season 4, episode 1 is probably my favorite of all the episodes, just because we get Clark as Kal-El, not a Superman, but he's Kal-El. He's under, his dad's got him under like lock.
Yeah.
And he wants him to go find these stones that are important to, everything. So Clark's like flying, rips over the side of that airplane, gets the one from Lex, like calls his mom like Martha, like pushes her down. But like the fact that he flew that episode and just showed like that side that he could actually become, if like a conqueror if he wanted to, because he just flew up, found Lex out in the sky, flew right at him. Well, he can hear the sound of that
the crystal.
Yeah. So he knew right where it was. He just goes to it. He's like, rips open the plane. Like that's one of my favorite episodes of the entire series.
Yeah.
To kick it off season 4.
I actually didn't know. I thought he made him Kal-El as a punishment for like not doing what he said to do. But it was actually, he made him Kal-El just to get these crystals. That's the whole reason why he made him like that. But they broke him out, of course. And I wonder if Jor-El knew that he was going to get broken out, like out of Kal-El. I wonder if he knew.
Yeah, that's a good. You wonder, because he's like, sometimes he predicts the future, and he's like, oh, we're not gods, but we can make shit happen. Like he gave Jonathan that temporary strength, so he could bring back Clark back in season 3. But I don't know if he expected him to come back from Kal-El. That's a good one.
I think once he got the stones, I think once he got the stones, that's when he was gonna like separate them. But eventually we figure out the Black Kryptonite does it, and also and Supergirl.
We get Black Kryptonite.
On Supergirl that I'm watching right now, like season 4, they use a lot of it. They're using a lot of it right now. Of the Black Kryptonite. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's cool. But going back to Smallville, we also find out it's not true, but we think that Chloe dies in that building explosion. I like that mug, by the way.
I did it with the podcast in mind.
Yeah. That's a nice mug. But we think Chloe dies. Well, we don't think that. Like obviously we know she's not gonna die. Like they're not gonna do Chloe like that. But like Lois and them. Oh yeah, by the way, we meet Lois in this.
We meet Lois Lane.
Yeah.
We meet Lois Lane.
That's what they think. Her and Clark go on an investigation and to try to find Chloe, because Clark goes to Chloe's grave and there's no body in there. So they're like, okay, she's not dead.
He's his X-ray vision to see that the grave's empty.
So also let's talk about real quick Dr. Crosby, which would be gosh, what's her name? Dr. Crosby. What's her name? I forgot her actual name, but it's Princess Leia.
Oh yeah, Carrie Fisher. Yeah.
It's
Carrie Fisher.
She plays Dr. Crosby, and she's the one that shows Mary the Black Kryptonite.
That's right, because she worked for Doctor
Dr. Han, Dr. Swan,
Dr. Swan, sure, for
Dr.
Dr. Swan, yeah. Yeah.
Meanwhile,
there's so much packed into this season.
It's hard.
Insane.
We're kind of going like kind of just avoiding the small details and going into like the actual big stuff because was this like a 23 episode season?
22.
And they packed a lot into each episode, so that's crazy how they did that. That's crazy. And you know what it was they were on a higher budget, for season 4.
They had a bigger budget.
Yeah, so I like these bigger budget. Like the bigger budget seasons are always the better seasons.
Yeah, they were able to do more stuff.
But meanwhile, Lana, she's in Paris and she meets Jason, which he's no good. Yeah,
so the whole I feel like they tried to come up with something for Lana this season.
Yeah.
Like she was never like part of like Chloe and Clark and Lois, and like she had scenes with them, but like she wasn't actually part of that story. Like Jason's in Paris, and then he comes back, he follows her back, and then all of a sudden he's an assistant football coach at the high school.
Oh yeah.
And then him and Lana are dating, like Lana's dating like this older guy. It's kind of weird. And he starts off as like this really good guy. And then halfway through, we find out that his mom's Genevieve, and she's one of the families that's been searching for the stones. And, the whole him and Lana thing, it was just kind of weird. And then she becomes a witch. Like the witch episodes were cool.
I wasn't too big of a fan of those episodes. I mean, I was a fan of the episodes. I just didn't like. I don't know. I just didn't really like the witch version of her either. I feel like
it seemed random.
Yeah.
Not that it wasn't it was a cool character, but it wasn't my favorite part about season 4, which is kind of like, I know her and Clark are separate. Like she's with what's his name?
Jason.
She's with Jason, and then Clark has his girl for a while.
It'd be Alicia, right?
Alicia, but they didn't.
No, she's one episode. No, this is the season where she gets out of the mental.
She gets out of
and she uses the red kryptonite on Clark.
She does, and so they kind of have a relationship for a while.
Yeah, she's still kind of crazy. Not as crazy as she was in season 2 or whatever that was. But
yeah, she's still a little crazy. But
I hated her. I hated her character so much.
Did you?
They kind of did her. They kind of did her wrong though. Like that guy hung her.
They did her dirty.
Isn't that what happened? I forgot. Did she die?
Yeah, the guy that could turn into sand. One of those, meteor freak episodes. He's the guy that turns into sand. And yeah, he winds up choking her out and stuff.
Gosh dang. They also did it. You know what? I'm gonna say it right now. They did a lot of these characters dirty. Remember Ryan from season 1 that could read minds?
Yeah.
And he had like cancer, and we just never seen him again. We just never seen him again. It's like, no, dude. He does 2 episodes, but Clark goes and rescues him from that place where they're experimenting on him. But yeah, then he winds up having like this brain tumor, and he just dies. Yeah.
It's
like, I want to see more of him. His power was cool.
His power was cool. And how they incorporated it with Lex and that comic book Angel Warrior. Yeah, it was cool how you had a comic book inside of a comic book show. Yeah.
So meanwhile,
that was pretty cool.
So Lionel, he's in prison right now, and he gets released because then he got sent to prison in season 3, right? Or was that the start of season 4?
That's in 4, I believe, where they finally get him in there.
Yeah, but he's like released by the end, I think.
Right.
Well, I know he is released in this season, but because there was an episode where him and Clark switch. You know, that's one of you like that episode. I know that.
That's a good episode because I mean, what I liked most about Smallville, not only because I'm a huge Superman fan, but the acting and the writing, and I've said it before, the acting and the writing's really good. But in that episode, like there was times where Tom Wellings, like playing the Lionel character, it actually feels like it's Lionel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Lionel's trapped in his body, but the acting job that he does playing Lionel, like Clark plays Lionel and then Lionel playing Clark, they both did great jobs playing opposite of each other. That is one of my favorite episodes because you're just like, man, come on, get Clark his powers back. Hurry up.
Yeah. I agree with that 100%. And that's like, oh no. Yeah. So that's kind of like one step that changed Lionel, like for being the bad guy that he is to good, because he saw like all that stuff in his head. It's also like when he gets possessed by Jor-El, which I don't think is in this season, but that was like the first step, you know?
Yeah, it's the first step to start his transition. He spends the next couple seasons trying to get Clark to trust him and Martha and everybody trying to trust him and like, hey, I'm not the same guy, but once Jor-El possesses him. Or is it's not Brainiac. It's not Brainiac, right? That's like season 7.
No, I don't think we haven't seen Brainiac yet.
Okay.
He's like the professor. Yeah, Brainiac's one of the later seasons. We haven't seen Brainiac yet, but they go to meanwhile Lana and Jason, they come back here. Like you said, he becomes a coach. He gets fired because they figure out like that they're like a student and a teacher is together. Yeah. So he gets fired.
Clark's playing football this year, which was kind of cool.
That was cool. It's cool seeing him play football.
Yeah.
Because especially in Superman and Lois, his sons are playing football
that's right. You said that.
Yeah, like one of his son has powers, so he's just out there destroying everyone.
Nice.
Which I think what I've seen so far, I haven't watched any of season 2 of Superman and Lois yet. Because I just want to like bench him because I think his second son's starting to get some powers too now. But I don't know. I haven't seen anything yet on it. And of course I want you to watch it too.
Yeah, I'll get there.
Yeah, it's in his bucket list.
Who else we have to talk about? Lois a little bit. We have to talk about Lex.
Mm-hmm. Well, so like with Lex, he's kind of on the crystal fight. Like he doesn't really know. I don't think he knows like about the crystals, but he's looking up in these ancient artifacts. That's mostly what he's looking for, ancient artifacts.
Yeah.
And that's where he finds the crystal.
Yeah, this begins like we know he's obsessive because he's obsessive about the car accident with Clark. And he had that secret room where he was, the computer animation on the car wreck. But this is where he starts getting really starts getting infatuated with pursuing these stones and stuff once he finds out. And this is where he kind of starts to turn. This is where, you notice in the episodes where him and Clark are kind of chummy, he's starting to be a little bit more short. He's starting to kind of reveal the darker Lex slowly.
Yeah.
So Lex it was a fun season for Lex as well, because my opinion, it's the best Lex ever out of all the Superman movies.
Oh yeah, 100%.
For sure.
Yeah, they couldn't have cast anyone better. But so like speaking of Lex, like him and Lana, they go to him, Lana, and Jason. Or I don't know. I forgot if Jason goes. They go to China to find the second stone.
Yeah, Jason's mom sends him to China, and then Lex meets him there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Like randomly in the street, Jason and Lex are just all of a sudden in China.
And also like Clark's there. Clark and I think it's just Clark.
Clark and Lana go together. That's like one of the episodes that they actually.
That's right. Yeah.
And that's where that's where she gets possessed, right?
Yeah, she gets possessed again.
Yeah.
Wait, no. I think this is the second time she gets possessed. I think so.
Because the first time was when she was in Paris with Jason. She went to like maybe that's when she got the tattoo.
Mhm.
Because then
Yeah.
because
So
then
she goes to
yeah.
so she goes to Paris, and then she sees that little artifact on the ground in the church,
Mm,
and it's like scans her, and it leaves the mark on her back.
yeah, that's right.
Because
Yeah, the
like
tomb. The
yeah,
she's yeah.
so it's like a little she's like, I guess she's like the ancestor. Well, I don't, yeah, she and then of one of
Right.
these witches.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Jason. So when they get to China, there's a lot of like obstacles. There's like kryptonite there somehow. Even like it's crazy because there's kryptonite there, but that artifact's been there for thousands and thousands of years. So that's
Right.
what they're confused about. And do you remember which episode I'm talking about? The
Yeah.
one like where he walks
Yeah.
in that room and there's kryptonite.
Yeah. That's because Clark has to like hide that he fainted.
Mm-hmm.
What was that episode?
Yeah, that was one of the later episodes, because that's Clark's not
It
really
was.
Clark's not really into finding these stones yet. It's not until Drell threatens him and there's that meteor shower until he's actually like, okay, shoot, I need to find these stones.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's good.
Huh?
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say like Jason finds one of the stones. They find one of the
Yeah.
stones. Jason has it and gives it to
Yeah.
Lana. Yeah. So yeah, and
Yeah.
then we find out that Jason actually is like working with his mom. Um, his mom captures, or no, Lana captures Lionel, right? And has him like held in that one house,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
She's starting to get a little. She's starting to get a little. Lana's
yeah.
starting to grow up a little bit. Starting to get a little conniving.
When I saw
Yeah.
his Lana that that was holding him, I'm like, what the heck? But we think it's his Jason's mom, because like we don't know, we all we see is evil. And actually, doesn't she kill Jason's mom, Lana?
Oh man, I can't remember.
I think she does. She kills him with the stone.
Oh,
Like
that's
with the stone,
right.
she stabs her.
While she's the
The witch.
witch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um.
I was
Then.
doing a little bit of research about this season.
Uh.
Because I was watching a YouTube video on it, and I can't remember the girl's name. I'll give it to you before you edit, and we can give her credit for it. But she said she was talking about the Lana witch stuff and how she didn't really like it. And then she said that the writers had to get kind of creative this season because
Yeah, I understand that.
Dr. Swan, Christopher Reeves died in real life. So he was supposed to have a bigger role this season. So they kind of had to shift it.
Oh, okay.
They kind of had to, and I never knew that, but I'll tell you the podcast that she did, because I'm gonna cite her for it and give her credit. But I didn't know that, but it makes sense how, because there's some stuff in this season, like it was always good, but there was some stuff that just kind of didn't make sense, or they felt like they were kind of throwing it in there a little bit. I still love the season. Don't get me wrong; it's got some of my favorite episodes, especially the first one, commencement, the end one. But yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. So it's not my favorite season, but it has some really good episodes.
It's got some great episodes.
I think this is their last year of high school, isn't it?
Yeah, they're seniors. So the last episode is called Commencement, and it shows the graduation, and then the second meteor shower.
Okay. So let's just talk about when it's Jason, Lex, Lionel, and Jason's mom, and Lex goes and frees Lionel and kills. Oh no! So okay. So I think at this point Lionel knows about Clark, because so Jason's about to die. Lex, he's about to fall off that cliff. Lex, and then Jason starts talking about Clark, about like how he has like secrets and stuff. And right when he's about to say something, Lionel shoots him.
Yeah.
And like Lionel Lionel wants to know because he's curious about Clark too. So, but he just shoots him and he's dead. Or actually, I don't think that actually kills him at first. I think he shows up at the Kent's farm and then he
He
dies there.
does.
Yeah, he dies
He does.
there.
Yeah.
And
Because he
but
tries
then
to take Jonathan and Martha hostage.
yeah, yeah. And then Jason's mom dies by Lana.
But Lionel, because it's Lionel, Lex, and Jason in that. So Lionel doesn't want Lex to know Clark's secret,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because Jason figured it out. Because he was like this little schemer behind the scenes working for his mom.
And real quick, I also there was another episode. Clark's playing football, and they put like that kryptonite in the drinks.
Oh yeah,
and it causes all those people to fall. And then when like
it's like a love potion or something.
Yeah.
Or
then when Clark
causes
takes
infatuation.
When Clark takes it, he goes, oh, like his whole body hurts. So that was a cool little episode, little side episode.
Smallville's always good for doing those just random off the wall episodes, just keeping you entertained. You know, whether it's a meteor freak or the cheerleaders are cooking up a love potion with meteor rocks. You know, it's always something cool. It kept us on it always kept you on your toes. I was always excited to see the next episode. And that you found that out by binge watching it.
Oh, so okay. So I forgot if you told me this already. Did they do each week as a new episode?
Yeah. So the seasons used to run from like October to like April. And so you'd get a new episode every week for, and then they would take like a winter break and
See, that's what they're doing right now for the Flash and for Flash. Yeah. So yeah, I hate that so much. I wish they would just like film it all and just release them, like they have to do those breaks. That's why I don't want to watch Superman and Lois yet, because I don't want to like get into it and then have to wait like a month.
Yeah. I think I've seen somewhere that this is going to be the last season, but
the Flash?
No, the Superman and Lois.
I don't know. I don't think so, because it'll only be two. There's only 2 seasons.
Yeah, I thought I heard the actor saying the actor that plays Superman on that he said he's not going to do it anymore or something, because he's been doing it for a while between Supergirl and Crisis on Infinite Earths and making guest appearances on Arrow.
I feel like he wasn't in like that much episodes though. He was on. By watching Supergirl, I've only seen him 1 time or 2 times. I've seen him 2 times.
Yeah, maybe it was the crossovers.
Yeah,
it could have just been some fan mail that I think
it is.
Yeah.
But Lana gives Clark the stone. Clark was threatened by Jor-El, like he has to get the stones because the meteor shower. So at this point, he has 2. And he had to get him by like sundown or something, right? Yeah. And how does he get the 3rd one? Because I didn't get that.
I don't remember how he gets the 3rd one.
I'll have to look that one up, because for some reason I didn't get that. Lex has it.
Oh, that's right. He has it on his desk or something, or he's got it. He's got it in that bookshelf behind like that safe. Yeah.
Yeah. So he gets that. He puts them all together. It sends them to like, where's that, Antarctica or something, where it's snowing?
Yeah, we get the Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah, and that's what we get, the Fortress of Solitude, and we see that until season 10, and we see that a lot. Like every Superman thing we've seen the Fortress of Solitude. So
yeah, for sure. It and the second meteor shower, which was crazy.
Yeah, how excited were you to see that? Because after seeing every, it ended as soon as we got it. It ended. The season ended. So, like, when you saw the Fortress of Solitude, do you remember like how excited you were?
I was, I had mixed emotions. They were all positive, but I was like, okay, so I'm tired of like Jonathan and Martha, like always just going, oh, Jor-El, like he's just like this villain, even though that's what he's portrayed so far. But I was excited because we know what happens in the Fortress. He's going to learn stuff. So I was excited for Clark to be able to communicate with Jor-El, like face to face almost. And, Jor-El can explain to him why he's really there, why he sent him, and, everything, instead of just like cryptid messages in a cave. It just gave a lot of clarification. So I was excited for Clark to get that, and I wanted to see how they were going to do it. The technology back then is not as good as it now, but it was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
The animations and stuff.
Yeah. Season 5. I don't remember. I think that is Brainiac, the main villain, season 5.
He might be up to.
It's that or that big Kryptonian guy. I forgot. I think his name's like. Is it Doomsday or Darkseid or something like that?
We get Doomsday and Darkseid.
Okay, Darkseid season 10, Doomsday season whatever. Which
he's
I'll watch
like
recap.
8 or 9. But
okay.
What's the season with the Phantom Zone? Because those are some cool episodes.
Oh yeah.
Or was that?
I think we get Supergirl. I think we see Supergirl too. I don't know. We'll be prepared.
We do.
Season 5, we'll be prepared. We'll be prepared for that one. I'm gonna watch the videos on that. We'll get that out for you guys as soon as possible.
We talked a lot about season 4, and I mean we could spend 4 or 5 hours talking about season 4. And all of them really, but
oh yeah, definitely.
We just we talk about our favorite stuff, what caught our eye. That's what's fun.
That's why we were super excited to start filming these, because off camera we would always get into some.
We've been talking about it for almost a year.
Yeah, so it's cool being able to record and upload them, and you guys could be able to watch them. We're getting some good views. These Smallville videos, they're gonna gradually grow over time. They're not gonna like our other videos that get views and they kind of like slow down. The Smallville, since it's like older, it will gradually grow. So,
and for those of you who haven't seen Smallville or you haven't watched it, go back and rewatch some of this stuff.
It's so good. I was like, okay, I'll give it a chance. And look at me now. I'm making podcasts on it. So
you got to realize in 2001, there was no MCU. We had a few Superman and Batman movies, like an Incredible Hulk series, like stuff like that, but nothing ever game changing like this. It set the tone. It's truly the grassroots for the entire DC on all these series on the CW before the that was WB. The Arrowverse.
Yeah.
Without Smallville, those shows aren't around.
Yeah, you got to watch Smallville. You got to. But we're gonna end it there. I'm so excited to film season 5, and I'm really excited to get to these later seasons, because the later seasons are the one I remember the best, because they were so.
The later seasons get a lot more comic book esque.
Yes,
we get Justice League members. We get those people traveling from the future. All that stuff.
Yeah.
Brainiac, Doomsday, Phantom Zone villains, all that fun stuff.
We see a lot of those future guys. I forgot the League of Justice or something like that. We see a lot of them in Supergirl, because we get.
Like, you do?
Yeah. Okay. They even got the rings too, like the exact rings. So we're gonna end it there. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. We only need like one more subscriber till 60, something like. Is it? We're at 59.
Who wants to be number 60? Come on.
You just gotta subscribe. Tell your friends about us. Me and Joe Paul. I've got a couple people to subscribe. Joe Paul's got a couple people to subscribe. So make sure you guys tell your friends and share.
Yeah.
And follow us on all of our social medias. I post on TikTok like every day now. So
I'm getting there.
Yeah. But later, guys.
Peace.